Hello, and welcome to Xtreme DIY, brought to you by 80/20. Today we're going to take a look at part 2 of our 4-part in-home series. For this project, we're going to look at how to build this sleek-looking and adjustable bookshelf. For this build, we decided to go with a minimalistic and modern type look. We made the shelves adjustable, allowing us to raise and lower them for our desired height to suit our needs. And lastly, we used stained dowel rods to help complement our black anodized finish. Now before we begin, we want to point out that this video is a general overview of the assembly steps for this build. You can download a full step-by-step guide, along with design files and much more for free at 8020.net.
So with any build, the first thing we're going to want to do is make sure that we have everything organized, verify that we have all of our parts and pieces, and also check to make sure that we have the correct tools for assembling this build.
That's right. Now for this build, we're going to need 4 different tools. We'll need a 3/16 hex wrench, a 1/4 hex wrench, a 6mm hex wrench, and a 5/16 box end wrench. So when it comes to building the shelf, the assembly is fairly simple. Again, we're going to break the design down into 2 parts, a left support and a right support. From there, we'll drop our shelves in, and then we'll finish up by mounting the whole thing into place.
Now, when it comes to securing your shelf to the wall, be sure that it is level and secured. If you're unsure, please seek the help of a professional and be sure that your shelf does not lean or tip.
Now the first thing we want to do is put on our shelf supports. For this, we're going to use our gussets. We've preloaded half of them with bolts and T-nuts. And what we're going to do is simply slide it into the open T-slot and make sure the flat side is facing up or towards the mitered end of the shelf. Now this is where the modularity of 80/20 really comes into play. As you can see, Phil is evenly spacing these along the entire unit. But if we want to adjust these later on for more or less shelving space, we can. So once we have all this tightened down, we're ready to move on to our supports that are actually going to attach this to the wall.
Now we're ready to mount our supports. We're going to start with the base support. This will simply mount to the connecting profile using an anchor fastener. Once we have that in position and tightened down, we're going to connect our corner bracket to the top of the base support.
Now for the top supports, we're going to use miter connectors to connect our bars. We'll simply take the support and drop it down onto the miter connector and tighten down our bolts. From there, we'll take a bracket to mount this to the wall and attach it to the top of the support and tighten it down. After we have everything tightened down, we're ready to add our shelves. Now when it comes to your shelves, you drop them in right between the bars. You'll feed a bolt through the shelf and into the gusset. We'll add a hex nut on the other end and we'll tighten it all down.
Now once he's done with that, we're ready for our final component, which are adding rubber bumpers to the bottom of the frame. Once those are in place, you're ready to mount your shelf to the wall. All right, we have our bookshelf completed, mounted to the wall, and we're already putting it to use. We hope that you found this video useful. So to download a bill of materials, the project plan, or other helpful tools, please visit 8020.net.
Now we hope you've enjoyed this segment of 80/20's Xtreme DIY, and we look forward to seeing you again next time. But until then, thanks for watching, and as always, make it a great day.